Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. And then let me introduce myself. My name is Rolyta Alhanifa. I'm a student in English Education Department and I'm from 4H class. And then this video I would like to tell you about history of Salman Alfarisi. And then this video I will fulfill my task or my assignment in last test in semester in extensive reading. Okay, happy watching everyone. Salman Alfarisi. Salman Alfarisi forward the truth. Salman Alfarisi was born in Jayan, East Java, Persia. He is Persian personality, and he was born in rich family. His father was a village head. Because of his kind attitude toward his father, his family, Salman was entrusted by his father to watch over the fire village. So Salman's father was a magi who worshipped fire or majesty. One day, his father asked him to go to his garden and fulfill some assignment he wanted. But on the way to the destination, he listened to the voice of people praying inside the Christian church. During his life, Salman was indeed restricted by his father from the outside world. Curiosity led Salman to enter the church and to see what they were doing. Salman Alfarisi said to himself, "Really? This religion is better than ours. I didn't leave them until sundown. I didn't go to my fatherland." Salman Alfarisi considers that religion is true faith. He then asked the people in the church, "Where did the religion come from?" They replied, "From Sham, the state of Syria as it is known. It includes 4 countries, namely Syria, Jordania, Palestine, and Lebanon. Salman still remembered his father and came back. After his father sent someone to look for him, he then told what he had experienced today, including his interest in Christianity. The father then emphasized that there is no goodness in Christianity. His father was furious. His father was very angry with Salman, and his father then threatened him and tried his leg and imprisoned him in his home. However, this didn't stop Salman from continuing his search for the truth. He left his family in sadness, and Salman removed the chain for his feet and followed his group until they arrived in Syria. While in Sham, in Syria, he lived with his pastor. But Salman found something bad about pastor. Salman said the pastor ordered his people to pay alms. However, he only gave it to himself and didn't give it to the poor. Salman who hates the pastor action, until finally the pastor died. He opened his wickedness to his people and showed the treasure in the form of 7 jars of gold and silver at the price at height. After his first pastor passed away, he came to pastor who a man in Mosul, a large city in northwest Iraq, and his pastor died again. He came to other pastor until the last pastor he was come. In the end, his pastor said, "Oh, my son, I didn't know anyone who held the same religion matter as us. However, a prophet will come during your lifetime, and this prophet is in the same religion as Abraham religion. One day, some traders from Bani Kalb passed by. Salman then asked them to take him to Arabian, and in return they would give him the cows and goat he had. But when they approached Wadi al-Qura, close to the Medina, they sold him as a slave and Jew. One day, a cousin of Salman, employer for the Jewish tribe of the Banu Qurayza in Medina, came to visit and bought Salman. He then took Salman to Medina. And then one day, the Prophet Muhammad moved to Medina or Hijrah. Salman said, "One day, I was on a palm tree, the top of one of the dead palms, doing some work for my master. His cousin came to him and stood before him and said, 'Who to the Banu Qilabah, people of the Qilabah tribe? They gathered in Kuba around the man who came today from Mecca, saying himself as a prophet.' On the tide, Salman went to see Prophet when he was in Kuba. When they met, Salman gave what he kept as alms. Salman also offered it to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah told his companion to eat it. However, he didn't eat it himself. At the time, Salman felt sure the Prophet Muhammad was the future of the Prophet in question. Salman then went to the Prophet again and brought a gift for him in Medina. He told the Prophet that he didn't see the Prophet eating food from alms. Therefore, he asked the Prophet to eat his gift from him. The Prophet then ate it and ordered his companion to do it. At the third meeting, Salman came to Baqi al-Warqaq, the burial place of the company of the Prophet, which at the time the Prophet was attending the funeral of one of his companions. At the time, Salman greeted him with the Islamic greeting, "Assalamu alaikum," and then the Prophet replied, "Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh," and then Salman Alfarisi turned behind him to see the Prophet of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When the Prophet saw him, he knew that he was trying to prove something that was described to him. He removed the cloth from his back and let him see the stamp. Salman Al-Farisi said, I recognize him. I bent down and kissed him and cried, 'The messenger of Allah ordered me to turn around.' I speak to him. I told whole my story. I like him so much that he asked me to tell my whole story to his friend." At the time, Salman was still a slave to his master. The Prophet asked him to make a peace with his master to free him from slave status. Salman then got an agreement with his master, in which case he will pay his employer for the gold ruqyah and succeeds in planting 300 new date palms. Salman was finally released. Since then, Salman became a close friend of the Prophet of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam until Jannah. Amin. That's all for my retell of the story of Salman Al-Farisi, Forward to the Truth, and that's all. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How are you today? I hope you're doing good. And then, let me introduce myself. My name is Rolyta Alhanifa. I'm a student in English Education Department, and I'm from 4H class. And then, this video, I would like to tell you about history of Salman Al-Farisi. And then, this video, I will fulfill my task or my assignment in last test in semester in extensive reading. Okay, happy watching everyone.